Assalamu alaikum दोस्तों, trust you're doing well. On my way back from Dubai to Islamabad, I met Stefano. He lives in Spain and he planned to visit Pakistan. So on our flight, we get to talk about different areas of Pakistan, our customs, our cultures, and everything. So he went to Karachi by air, then from Karachi to Lahore, he went by a train, and then from Lahore to Islamabad, he went by bus, by road. So I asked him that how was his experience going into the Pakistan cities, how's his experience of applying the visa online and all this. So now that he's flying back to Spain and he has done visiting all these cities, let me ask him how was his tour for Pakistan. So over to him. So let's talk about your journey. You started from Islamabad on flight from Dubai to Karachi. We met. From Dubai, you reached Islamabad.
Yes.
Islamabad, you spent one night.
Yes.
It was not that good because the hotel condition, I understand, was not better. But the next morning, you flew to
worst. The next morning, I went to the airport. I was supposed to fly at 10 o'clock. Obviously, the flight was cancelled.
Oh.
Oh,
really? Flight was cancelled?
Yes, but listen, they called me.
They informed you.
Me, I mean, I have been giving my telephone numbers to thousands of flight companies. They never called me afterward. PIA was the only one who called me, and I didn't answer the phone. So it's my fault because they said we called you. So it's completely my fault. They wanted to inform me.
Definitely be very happy.
They are the best ones. I mean, because anyone never calls it, and they called.
That's good. That's very good. Okay.
The flight at 4 o'clock was cancelled as well, so we had a big plane at 1 o'clock, and they put all the people on the 1 o'clock one. And the flight was perfectly fine.
Your flight was perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine, and it was a great landing, touched without even noticing it. So PIA advertising, get me free flight. Then I arrived to Karachi, and Careem is working perfectly fine. It was the first time I used Careem. And that city is immense. It's something which is surreal. For me, that city is surreal. The strange thing about Karachi is that I always wanted to go there. I don't know, it's the name. And the incredible thing is, my brother just told me, you're going to Karachi. It's always been my dream to go to Karachi. And I don't know, well, what's the sense? I mean, because something similar, so we can tell we are brothers. We don't look alike, but I mean, we have a think about Karachi. And the city is, how many millions? 25 millions?
Over 25 million.
It's incredible. Never seen something like this.
So crowded.
But still very organized, because the way they drive in Karachi...
You're saying Karachi is very organized?
Yes, because the way they drive, that's the only way you can drive. That's the way, because if it was Switzerland, like for instance, with all million of signs where you get confused, I mean, at least when I'm driving in Switzerland, I don't know what to do because I get too many signs. There is easy. It's common sense. And then exactly, if we stop, blah, blah, it will be congested. So, I mean, people are going here and there and everything works fine. So yeah, that's Karachi.
So your experience of Karachi was good. How was food in Karachi?
Fantastic, really nice.
What are the foods you tried?
Don't ask me the names, but I tried everything. Only Pakistani.
Did you try biryani?
Yes, biryani, because it's also the chicken, and I tried some seafood prepared in a different sauces and stuff like this. And the food is different from India. And then I went one evening to Kolachi.
Kolachi restaurant, yeah, okay.
Which is a bit of a upmarket restaurant, directly on the sea, so fantastic, very, very nice. And there I tried, that was the reason I fell in love with Peshawar, because I tried a Peshawari dish, and it was the best food ever. So I have to go to Peshawar just to try the food. And then it was nice to explore. It's nice also to walk around and see also some old buildings. It's a mix, and then talking to people, they told me that Karachi was completely different in the 60s and the 70s and stuff like that.
So you stayed in Karachi for 2 nights?
No, 3.
3 nights, and where did you stay?
In Defence.
Oh, in Defence, okay.
So it was like a guest house.
From Karachi you took a train to come to Lahore, right?
The Green Line, yep.
The Green Line. How was the experience of Green Line? The train is good?
The train is good. I mean, the train is all right, and I think because of COVID, they did it in a very intelligent way because all the compartments, they're supposed to be maximum 6. I mean, we were just 4. And it was with this family where I felt a little bit, because I was supposed to be in one compartment, and they put me in the compartment with the family, and I was supposed to sleep down with the wife and the husband upstairs, so we changed everything, and then they were very welcoming. They gave me food, drinks, and the children were the best educated children in the world. It was 2.5, and so it was great. It's great. I mean, it's great to travel by train because then you can see the changing of the landscape and stuff.
Tell me about your experience from Lahore to Islamabad motorway.
That's not normal. It doesn't make any sense in Islamabad, the motorway. Like, it was like Switzerland. It's so perfect, and then you're going to the, how do you call it, to the stop there, to the gas station, and it's clean and neat. Yeah, so there was a bit of a
very big restaurant as compared to
huge.
Europe. There is no such big.
No, but the highway was big compared to
Exactly.
Europe. I mean, everything was big. So when they say that Pakistan is congested, I don't know whether congested. I have to come to Italy, to Milano. That's congested. So yeah, no, it was nice. It was nice, and then arriving in Islamabad was great.
Yeah, so bus service is also very good between Lahore and Islamabad.
Everything is good.
And how was your experience in Lahore?
Nice. It's very historic. It's different. Again, you see a difference between Karachi and Lahore. Lahore is different.
Obviously, every city has a different culture.
Exactly. You see that it's closer to the border, to India, and there is more the architecture, the fort, the big mosque. Then there is another mosque.
So you felt like hero in Lahore, or you felt like hero in Karachi at Badshahi Masjid or Tomb of Qaid-e-Azam?
No. I was the big hero. I was in Karachi. There is where I really felt I'm the hero. Here we go. I mean, everyone, but also in Lahore and Lahore Fort. It's not only that men are addressing you. There were also women or girls, and they asked to take a picture together. It was always great. So I felt like a movie star.
So we have a Tom Cruise in town, right?
Yes, maybe 20 years ago. Now it's a bit different. So no, that was nice.
Alright, so guys, this is about my good friend who is in Pakistan now, and we are going towards Shah Ladata Caves today. So I'll show you around how's Shah Ladata Caves, and then we'll talk more about his experiences in Pakistan, and we'll try to see a little positive image of Pakistan. Thank you.
Yeah, the paperwork for the Pakistani visa, which is easier now in a way. So I was just, I must say, they always answered to my emails. So the first one was fill up the form, in which you have to write all the things, places you've been, and I dutifully did it. But it was too long, so the page expired, and then I did it 3-4 times. Now, in the end, I arrived to the final part, payment, and it didn't work. And not because of the Pakistan government, because of my computer, which had. So I wrote an email. I said, let's see if they're going to answer. No kidding. The next day I had the answer. They explained me exactly what I had to do and what was the problem with my computer, as if they know my computer. But anyway,
They explained you that. You got a reply from Pakistan, right?
completely.
Wow.
Complete. No. To be honest, very, very. So I went on another computer, did it, boom, paid the fee, and then I got 3 emails. The first email, the second email, the third email. We are pleased to confirm your travel authorization. It looked also simple to me that I wrote again as a skeptical person. To the Pakistan government, I said, I've got these. Does it mean that now I'm entitled to enter your country? And they sweetly answered again, yes, of course, you're very welcome, blah, blah, blah.
That's the happiest moment, right?
Now that was the happiest moment because I can go, I can finally go. And then when I got there, I printed off the page and I got to the airport, to the immigration. It was very easy. They had everything in the computer. And
Pakistan immigration, right?
yep, so everything was done. And even to fly with this travel authorization, it makes much, much easier. It's easier like this because you can get it online, you get it in your... Anyway, they have all the information they need. We are all saving a lot of time, and with this one, it's much easier than going to an embassy and applying there and sending the paperwork and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. All the countries should adopt the same policy of having this ETA.
I agree.
That makes complete sense. Otherwise, it's very difficult to go to embassy, set up an appointment.
It takes a lot of
submit the
time, it takes a lot
passport,
of money
submit the
because sometimes
documents.
you have to sleep there.
Sometimes, like for example, all the embassies are in Islamabad. So if somebody has to apply from maybe Multan, he has to drive all the way to Islamabad to apply for a visa. Does it make really sense?
Nope. Well, that's my problem living in Malaga. If I have to go to the embassy, I have to go to Madrid, which is a 6 hours drive.
So it should be online. By
And-
now the world has advanced a lot.
No, I agree with you. I fully agree with you. And it is online. I mean, now started, and it works perfectly fine. I mean, my experience has been very, very positive. So.
Assalamu alaikum ji. Once again we are here at Shah Ladata Caves. This caves is very popular because one Buddha sadhu used to have his prayers here in this beautiful caves. Let me show you around how this caves looks like. Not only the caves, the trees are also very old. In my earlier vlog, I've already showed you the way towards Shah Ladata Caves. That's not a very good way, but at least they've got some beauty. Another thing is they've got this beautiful water stream coming right from top of mountains from here, and from the inside the water is coming, and that is going right from here towards the pond. So I always like coming to this beautiful place because it always makes me feel better. It always makes me feel in the mountains. It always takes me 2000 years ago, how things used to be. So it's kind of a unique place within just 1 hour drive from Islamabad. So how's your experience so far? You like it?
Very much, very beautiful, very relaxful, very peaceful, and yeah, nice place, chill out.
I guess this is maybe 1000 years old already,
Yes.
or more than that. This is where the government has to put maybe some stickers or something to inform that what tree it is, how old it is, so that people knows the importance. That's another cave here. It's very deep inside. I guess whenever I come this place, I absolutely love this place. This is very good. Sukoon milta hai. It's relaxing, always relaxing. Okay, so now we are going towards horse riding. They have upgraded the club a bit. Come, your turn first. You can give me a bag. Ek minute ruk
How I
jaye.
get on the horse.
Yeah, it's very
I have no
easy.
idea.
Let me come from that way. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Fantastic. Perfect. Make yourself comfortable.
They say they can sense here.
So now let's talk about something good. This good friend, I made friendship with him when I was coming from Dubai to Pakistan, Islamabad. So he met me and asked me many questions that how's Pakistan, what cities I should be visiting, what I should be doing, is it safe to go, and all this stuff. So I explained everything. I also told him what are the cities he should go, what are the places. His plan was to go to Gilgit-Baltistan. I changed his whole plan. I asked him to go to Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, Peshawar. So first this cities first, and then go to this areas, maybe Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. And somehow he's very happy with that. It's the first time he's riding a horse. I wonder the whole time what he was doing in Europe. He never ride a horse.
Camels.
Riding camels? Come on, you're not Arab, man.
Okay, good.
Asad bhai, I'm shooting you. Is there any problem in shooting you?
No, 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 there's no.
Perfectly fine. Can you please introduce your shop, please, to my whoever is watching me?
Acha,
Go and introduce.
Alright, this is my friend's shop. His name is Asad. He has started a brand in the name of Zeb by Chitrali, and this is beautiful collection he has. So whoever is living in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, or in the nearby, he must come to his shop. I'll put the description, his location in description. So you must visit. And his prices I've seen myself is comparatively better. For me, it's always discounted. But if you come from my reference, you might get a discount of maybe 5% or 10%. Correct, sir?
Yes, sure.
Thank you very
I
much.
say that he's on alternative, but you don't lie. I mean, no. He's obliged for the rest of his days to give it his cow.
I'll put my commission on top all, na?
Of course, I mean.
इंसान को क्या क्या करना पड़ता है ना अपने कारोबार के लिए.
एक मिनट करना पड़ता था भाई. मैंने तो कोई शर्म नहीं है.
This video I will share with all the travel agents that this travel agent is now. इसको मैं इंग्लिश मुझे इंग्लिश में भी बोलना नहीं आ रहा कि नाड़े डाल रहा है शलवारों में यार. क्या हाल हो गया यार.
नाड़ा निकलवा दिया.